Hey there, welcome to LC Yoga. My name is Laura, and today's practice is a flowing vinyasa that has some sequences that repeat, so you end up feeling nice and open and de-stressed. So if you're ready, get on your mat and I'll meet you there. We'll begin today in standing at the top of the mat. So come to the front of your mat, feet about hip distance apart. Plant your feet into the ground, all four corners of the feet. Bend into the knees and press your pelvis forward so your strong legs, chest up, shoulders open, and rotate your arms out to open those shoulders up. Stand strong in mountain pose. You can stand here sort of looking down the nose or close the eyes if it doesn't mess with your balance. And start to deepen your breath. Just arrive here on the mat. Find your feet. Palms forward, crown of the head reaching up from the earth. Whether it's morning or evening, just let everything start to drop away. Nothing exists except you and your mat right now. Maybe the air that's flowing into your lungs. And as you inhale, start to reach the arms out to the side and up toward the sky. Reach up and get tall. Bring the palms together, bend the knees, and fold forward. And let the arms go out behind you as the crown of the head goes toward the floor. Exhale all the air out of the lungs. And as you start to inhale, bend into the knees and start to rotate so that you're coming all the way back up to stand. Deep breath in. Exhale, come on down. Bending forward, just repeating the same thing. Arms go toward the back, tailbone up to the sky. Stretch legs long. Inhaling, come on up. Reach up. A few more times like that. Exhaling down. Tipping forward, arms go all the way back. Inhale, round it up, bent knees, get tall. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, move in slow motion. Up. And this time as you exhale, we're going to stay down in a forward fold, bringing the fingertips to the ground, or maybe the feet or the shins. Knees can be deeply bent here. As you tilt the sit bones up toward the sky, let the crown of the head get heavy toward your toes. Eyes can be open or closed. You can stay still or rock from side to side, just releasing any holding in the legs. Let the arms get heavy, maybe grab opposite elbows. Now on your next inhale, come about halfway up, lifting the crown of the head forward. Step your left foot back into a lunge. Leave the knee up off the ground and come on up into a high lunge, reaching the arms up toward the sky, just for a breath. And then as you exhale, cactus the arms and then press the hands forward as you lean forward into your right leg. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus arms and then press forward. Inhale up. Exhale to press. Bring the hands down by the front foot and step forward. Inhaling the crown of the head forward and exhale, bow. Inhaling, come halfway up again. And as you exhale, step back into a lunge. Inhaling to come on up high, press into the back toes, reach up, press the chest up. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, cactus arms and press forward. Inhale it up. Exhaling, open those shoulders and press. Last time like this, inhaling and exhale. Hands down by the front foot and step forward once again. This time, heel toe your feet out toward the edges of the mat and turn your toes out. And we're coming down into a squat. So maybe rock side to side, take it easy on your knees. And come into a squat. If this doesn't feel good, you may want to sit up on something, a block or a cushion. Bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. Press the elbows into the knees. You can also let the hands just float out in space in front of you, whichever feels better. And just let the hips get heavy here. Maybe close the eyes. Breath is deep. You can stay right here in the center, or we can add a twist, letting the left fingertips go out toward the left. And press the right hand into the right knee and twist toward the right. Maybe reaching the right arm up. Deep breath. Come on back to center. And if you want to try that twist on the other side, right fingertips out, press the left hand into the left knee, twist toward the left. Optional arm up toward the sky. The longer you practice, the more range of motion you find in this pose. And then back to center. Press the elbows into the knees again. Long spine, crown of the head toward the sky. And then press your fingertips into the ground out in front of you and lift the hips so you're back in a forward fold. Let the head get heavy, tailbone up toward the sky. Each forward fold, feel the back of the legs get a little more open, but the knees can remain as bent as they need to be. Inhale to lift the spine halfway and step back with the left foot. This time we're going to lower the back knee down and heel toe the right foot out toward the right, so we're in a lizard pose. Let the hips get heavy as the fingertips press into the ground and the chest presses forward. If this is too much, feel free to come up and rest the elbows on the front knee, or you can press the hands into a cushion or a block. Let the hips get heavy. And then place your left hand on the ground and reach your right arm up toward the right, twisting open. Big breaths. A little bit of a back bend, pressing the chest forward and letting that left hip just drop down, opening the front of the hip. No crunching in the back. You feel that at all, back up out of it. Lift the hips up. And we'll add a little flow here. So take a deep breath in, reach the fingertips up toward the sky, pressing up and out of that bottom shoulder. And then as you exhale, start to fold forward, bringing your arm down toward the floor. Inhale to reach up, open up, and exhaling to fold it in. Last time like this, inhaling up, and exhale to fold. This time when you come up, let that arm go back behind you. Continue dropping the hips down And you can hang out right here if you want to add a little bit more. Bend into your back knee and grab a hold of that foot or the ankle. Press into your left hand and lift up out of that shoulder. Press the chest forward. Press your foot into your hand and let that bring a little bit more of a back bend. Zero crunching in the back. Deep breaths. And then release that. Bring both hands forward and shift the hips back, bringing your foot in between the hands for a half split. Inhale to reach the crown of the head forward, and exhale to press it towards your toes, pulling the hip back, knee is bent. Two more big breaths here, just letting the bottom of the right leg open up, pulling the hip back continuously from your planted front heel. Then come on forward, bending into the front knee. Lift the back knee off the ground and step back to the front of the mat. Inhaling, long spine. Exhaling and bow. Inhale to come all the way up to stand this time. Reach up, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Close the eyes. And just take a second here to come on back to center. And then sweep the arms out and up as you inhale. Exhaling to fold forward. Inhale, long spine, crown of the head reaches. Exhaling, step it back into a lunge and lower the back knee. Heel toe that left foot out toward the left and drop the heels. Lizard pose on the left side. Finding your own variation as the hips start to get heavy. If it feels like too much, bring the hands up or the elbows up onto your left knee, or maybe place a block on the floor and put your hands on that. Your choice. Dropping the hips and letting them open, rocking back and forth if that helps release any holding. And then we'll add that open twist and flow. So start to reach your left arm up toward the sky. Pressing your back toes into the ground and let your chest go forward from that. Pressing into your bottom hand, lifting up out of that shoulder. Relax your jaw. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, start to fold forward, bending into the right elbow and coming on down. Inhale to open it up like a wing. Reach up. And then exhale, fold it in. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. This time as you come up, pressing up into that and lifting up out of that bottom shoulder, reach your arm back towards your back foot. Stay right there if that's enough, or bend into your right knee and grab a hold of that foot or the ankle. Press the chest forward, press your foot into your hand. Rise up out of your bottom shoulder so we're not sinking into that. And this pose covers a lot of real estate, so breathe deep. One more big breath here. And then release, bring the hands forward, shift the hips back, and heel toe that foot in between the hands. Reach the crown forward. Pull the hips back, half split. Crown of the head goes forward as the hips go back. We're going front to back. And once you get that in your forward fold, instead of trying to fold down like an envelope, you're actually going front to back, getting long. So the heel and the hip are pressing away from each other, and the crown of the head and the hip are pressing away from each other. And that's the good stretch. Last breath here. And then bending into the front knee, lift the back knee off the ground, step it forward. Inhale to get long, exhaling to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come on up, reach up, arms out to the side and up, and then back to center. Deep breaths, sort of rocking back and forth. Maybe close the eyes. Now we can move on to our sun salutation flow. So now we'll start with sun salutation A 2 times. Exhale your hands down by the sides. Inhale, sweeping them out and up, reach up. And then exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhaling, plant the hands and step back into a plank. Knees up or down, lower down into a chaturanga. And then inhale, flip the feet, press the tops of the feet into the ground, upward dog. Curl the toes under, pull the hips up, exhaling, downward dog. 3 big breaths here. That's 2, 1 more. Knees can be bent, heels can be floating. Press the chest down, the hips up. And on your next inhale, step back to the front of the mat, reach the crown of the head forward. And exhale all the air out as you forward fold. And the knees stand up, reach up, inhale. And exhale it back to center, hands in prayer. Inhale, reach the hands out and up. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhale, crown reaches. Exhaling, plant the hands, step the feet back into a plank, knees up or down, lower down, chaturanga. Flip the feet, chest presses up toward the sky, upward dog. Deep breath in. Exhaling, curl the toes under, hips high, downward dog. Press the fingertips into the ground, let the hips rise up and away from that. That's a deep breath, number 2, 1 more. Press the heels down, hips up. And then on your next inhale, come back to the front of the mat. Inhaling to get long. Exhaling to bow. Deep breath in, come on up to stand, reach up, getting tall. Exhaling back to center. That's 2 sun salutations A. Now we're going to do B 2 times. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling the hands down by the sides. Inhale, sweep those arms up toward the sky. Exhaling, bow it forward, hips high. Inhale, long spine. Exhaling, plant the hands, step back to a plank and lower down, chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale into upward dog, tops of the feet press. Exhaling, down dog. Plant your left heel and step your right foot forward. Warrior 1, come on up, reach up, pressing the left hip forward. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring the hands down by the front foot. Step back to a plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Pressing up into upward dog. Nothing but the tops of the feet and the hands on the ground. And pull back down dog as you exhale. Plant the right heel. Step the left foot forward. And as you inhale, bring the arms up toward the sky and press the right hip forward this time. And exhale, come on down, hands down by the front foot. Back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Pressing up, upward dog. Pulling back, down dog. And breathe it out here in down dog. Press those fingertips down as you inhale. Hips high as you exhale. Knees as bent as they need to be. And then step your right foot forward and your left. Come back to the front of the mat, reaching the crown of the head forward. Exhaling to fold it in. Hips up from the heels. And inhale, come on up to stand, reach it high. And exhale back to center. One more time like that. Inhaling, reach it up. Exhaling to bow. Inhaling, get long. And exhale, step it back to a plank, chaturanga. Press it up in upward dog. And pull it back into downward dog. Planting the left heel, stepping the right foot forward. Come on up, warrior one. Pressing your left hip forward, chest up. Exhale, bring the hands down, step it back into a plank all the way into chaturanga. Pressing up into upward dog and pulling back downward dog. Right heel down, left foot forward. Come on up, warrior one, reach up. Exhaling down into chaturanga all the way, knees up or down. Pull up, upward dog, chest up to the sky. And exhale it into downward dog. And breathe. Let that heart rate slow back down. And on your next inhale, step back to the front of the mat, reach the crown of the head forward, and fold. Take a few breaths here in forward fold. Just pressing all four corners of the feet into the ground, hips high. Legs might be a little straighter than they were at the start of class. Then bend into the knees. Come on up to stand, super slow. Reach the arms out to the side and up. And then come on back to center. Hands in prayer. Close the eyes. And just take a little inventory here. Just feel all that warmth in the body. And then we're going to do the first part of class again. And you'll start to notice how different you feel. So reach the arms out to the side and up. Palms together, bend the knees, forward fold, and let the arms go out, back, and behind you. And as you inhale, swim the arms forward, rounding the spine up. Come on up to stand, reach up, deep breath in. Exhaling, fold it forward. Arms back. Inhale, bend the knees, round it up. Exhaling, let the spine move like a ribbon. Feel how much softer you feel. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Let everything soften. A couple more times like that. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through an open mouth. This time stay down. Let the arms just sort of swim and dangle there in a forward fold. As you inhale, halfway lift, and again, hands can still be on the shins. And exhale, step the left foot back into a lunge, knee stays off the ground. Inhale, come on up, high lunge, reach up, pressing the left hip forward. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, cactus the arms, press the hands forward. Inhale, coming up, reach up. Exhale, stretch the shoulders and press. Inhaling and exhale. One more time like that. Inhale it up. Exhale. Bring the hands down by the front foot. Step it forward. Long spine. Deep breath in. And then exhaling to bow. Inhale. Crown reaches. Exhale, stepping the right foot back into a lunge. Come on up, reach up. Deep breath in. Exhale, cactus the arms and press. Leaning forward. Inhale up. Exhale, press. A couple more times. At your own pace. And this time, hands come down by the front foot, step it forward, long spine, and then bow. Inhale, long spine, step the left foot back into a lunge and lower the back knee down. Heel toe your right foot out toward the right. Drop the hips, find your lizard pose. And you may find that you're more open this time if you want to bend into the elbows. Whatever you need to find your stretch. If you're still up here with your elbows on your knee, that works too. Just press down into your hips. Let them open up even more. Wherever you are, place your left hand down on the ground. And then reach your right arm up toward the sky. Open it like a wing. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, fold it in, just like we did before. Inhale up. And exhaling down. You can flex your foot and wing that knee out to the side if that feels better. This time as you come up, stay up, let your arm go back, your hand reaching back for your back foot. Maybe hang out right there. Or bend into that knee, grab a hold of the ankle, press the chest forward and the foot back. Look up. Smile big for your picture. Pressing up out of that bottom shoulder. Then bring that hand forward, scoot the hips back, toes up toward the sky. Maybe move that foot a little more towards center for your half split. Inhale to get long, and then exhale, pull the hip back, press the chest forward. Coming forward, bend into that front knee, lift the back knee, and then step it to the front of the mat. Inhale to get long, and exhale to fold. Inhale, crown reaches. By now you know the drill. Exhale the right foot back into a lunge and lower the back knee. Scoot that left foot out toward the left, and we'll take lizard this side. Drop the hips, find your variation. Breathe into those hips as they open. still or move around. When you're ready, start to reach your left arm up toward the sky. Pressing the hips down and the chest forward. Lift up out of that bottom shoulder. Do that by pressing into your bottom hand. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, fold it in. Inhaling up. And exhale, fold. Inhale. And exhale. This time reaching the arm up, reach up, and then back. Maybe bending into that knee and grabbing a hold of the foot. Press the chest forward and the foot back. And then release, shift the hips back and scoot that foot in between the hands. Crown of the head forward, hips back. Half splits. Coming forward, lift the back knee off the ground, step it to the front of the mat, and then heel toe your feet out to the side, toes out, and we'll come back into that squat. So maybe rock side to side, take it easy on your knees. If this doesn't work, you can also be on the ground, pressing the elbows into the knees. Never try to make a yoga pose fit you, or never try to fit your body into a yoga pose. Make the yoga pose fit you. Press your elbows into the knees, hands in prayer, crown of the head up. Just sink into the hips. Maybe noticing how different they feel this time around. You can hang out right there or press your left fingertips into the ground out to the left, right hand into the right knee, and twist up toward the sky. Maybe the right arm floats up. Coming back to center. And maybe take the other side. And back to center. Deep breath in, close the eyes. And let that breath out through an open mouth. One more time, inhaling. And exhale. Bring the fingertips behind and just sit down. Scoot the hips back and we'll take Paschimottanasana, pressing the heels into the ground. Start with bent knees. And then scoot the hips back. Start to press the chest forward. Maybe the fingertips are behind you. And only straightening the knees by scooting the hips back. But keeping them as bent as they need to be. Press that chest forward. Close the eyes. Feel your way through this. Not trying to get your nose on your knee. Finding the stretch in the back of the legs by scooting the hips back and then pressing the chest forward. Walk the hands up, bend into the left knee and bring the bottom of the foot to the inside of the thigh. Bend into your right knee again, scooting that hip back as you tilt forward for Janu. Press the chest forward towards your toes. Deep breath into the back of right leg. walking the hands up. And only if your shoulder is feeling good will take wild thing here. So bringing the bottom of the foot to the ground, press the right hand into the ground behind the right hip. And we're coming onto the outside of the right foot. So it's rotating that out, maybe a little bit to the outside of the right hip. Pressing the left foot into the ground and the right, start to lift the hips up. Coming onto the toes on the left foot, maybe the left arm goes up and overhead. If you're working with any shoulder injuries, do not do this. This should feel amazing. If it does not, come out of it. And then lower down. And we're just gonna flow like that a couple more times. So lifting the hips up onto the ball of the foot, the left foot, reaching overhead, and then down. Last time like this, inhaling, reach, and then exhaling and lower. And we'll just take that to the other side. So Janu first, bottom of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Press the heel into the ground, bent knee, pull the left hip back as you tilt forward. Bring the hands on the floor, the shin, or the foot. Pressing the hip back, chest forward, and close the eyes and breathe. And then walking the hands up, bring your left hand behind if you're coming with me into Wild Thing, pressing the right foot into the ground. Turning onto the outside edge of the left foot and the outside of the left hip. As we press the hips up, start to come up onto the ball of the foot on the right side, maybe adding a little back bend, pressing the left fingers into the ground, lifting the middle of the hand up. No crunching in the back or the shoulder, and then lowering down. A couple more times like that, lifting up, press up, and then lower down. Last time like this, lift up, hips high, chest up, and lower down. Release that both feet forward. Lie down onto your back and pull your knees into your chest. Wrapping the arms around your knees. Squeeze them in. And then release the feet to the floor. Before we take Shavasana, we're just going to open the hips a little more with a Supta Baddha Konasana. Bottoms of the feet together, knees out to the side. Let your arms just sort of flop open, or you might want to place one hand on your belly and one on your heart. Just close the eyes for a moment. Let the hips open. If this is uncomfortable, place something under your knees. Just opening the hips a little more. Letting the spine neutralize. And you can stay right here for Shavasana if you like, or let the feet stretch out about the width of the mat. Feet flop open, hands, palms to the sky. Close the eyes for Shavasana, the most important part of practice. This is where the body begins to integrate what it's learned. So just release the breath. And release everything into the floor. can stay here as long as you like. And when you're ready, start to bend into the knees, bring the bottoms of the feet to the floor. Bring the hands to the upper thighs, maybe knock the knees together. Start to deepen the breath. Draw the knees into the chest, wrap your arms around them, give them a squeeze. And then make your way on up to sit. Find a comfortable seat, maybe half lotus or just simple cross-legged. Backs of the hands to the knees, thumb and forefinger touch. Just that little reminder to connect body and mind. Crown of the head reaches away from the tailbone. Close the eyes. And just feel. And I always like to end practice with a little gratitude. Thank yourself for taking the time to step on your mat. Thank your body for allowing you to do so today. Thank your breath for leading the way. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed today's class, come find me over on lcyoga.com. There you'll find all kinds of content that doesn't exist here on YouTube. With a 30-day free trial, you'll find commercial-free complete beginner series, intermediate flows, workshops, at-home retreats, challenges, lots of stuff to help you grow and expand your practice. So start your 30-day free trial at lcyoga.com, and I'll see you there.